Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing good. My name is Sabi Garba, aka Big Sound Beat. I'm members of GeniusVybz alongside with Subset Beat. So today I'm gonna show you my template for beat making in Studio One, and I'm gonna try to cook up a beat really quick today. So let me show you a little bit what's my template look what does my template looks like. So I don't really play keys, so I use a lot of scale plugins like scale and chord plugins. I use complete control, which is by Native Instrument. That plugin is completely free. You don't need to pay any money to have that. You can just create an account on Native Instrument and you can have this plugin for free. So what that plugin allows me to do is like whenever I choose the scale I want to work with, like I just have to choose the key and then tell him if he's in major or minor or whatever mode, and it allows me to move like all the key of that scale into the white keys of my MIDI keyboard. And whenever I play keys, like I'm always in the right keys, and now I can just play with my ears and make sure that okay, I like what I'm hearing. That actually works good with all the other songs, all the other melody I already have into my music, into my beat, my project. So I have to put it, choose the key, choose this key, choose the scale, and put it in easy mode so that I put everything in the right keys of my MIDI keyboard. And then that's for the keys. And then if I want to play the chords, Native Instrument also allows me to play some chords. Like I can choose Harmonizer, and if like I push one key of my MIDI keyboard, it will trigger two or three other keys and make chord progression with it whenever I'm on harmonizer. So you will hit the 1, 3, and 5, fifth keys of the scale in which I'm in to make the chord progression. I can change it from that to 1, 4, 5 or to 1, 3, 5, 7 or and so on and so forth. Or I can just use a chord set. A chord set would be like a chord progression of a scales that I previously chose. So let's say I chose G. So if I choose chord set, I'm on major, it will put all the chord, like all the chord progression which can work together in that scales, in that keys and in that same scale. So yeah, then that's one. And then what I like to do is, so that's one. What I like to do is I just use recently I started using my Native Instrument just in easy mode just for the keys, and then I have another plugin for the chords. It's called RIP chord. It's literally free if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's totally free. You can just download it. Just look up RIP chord in on Google and you should be able to find it for free. And then yeah, what I did is what I do is with this plugin is like I can just hit preset and tell him, okay, I want to make a song in the key of D major, or I want to make a song in the key of C minor. And whenever I do that, I can just hit one key and still in that blue range stuff, and it will trigger the chord progression for that. See, and I can just and I'm just good to go. That's for the scale and chord progression wise. And then after that, I have my master track. My master track, you can see right here, my master track is loaded with plugin. And that's because whenever I'm making my beat, I want it to sound really right. Like, and the way I came up with this preset is I work on many tracks and I tweak them along. Like, if today I'm working on this beat, I'm like, okay, this preset doesn't work along properly. I will change it, I will tweak it a little bit to make it works good with that beat. And yeah, if I change another beat, I'm working on another beat, I can tweak it a little bit more until I find one preset which actually work with every beat. And the only stuff I have to tweak whenever I'm working on that beat on a new beat would just be the single track. Like, let's say I have a synth on that track on that beat I'm working with, and I just want to add a reverb on that, or I just want to reduce the level, or I want to take out the low frequencies. Then I can just come to the track and then do those tweak. But as long as my master track is on, the overall sound will sound full and ready to go, like industry ready track. So I don't waste my time trying to make my beat sounds good. I just waste my time trying to be creative and go with really good creative vibe. And then obviously whenever I'm done with that, I just export my track, I record my vocal, or I send it out to an artist and he record his vocal. And then whoever is mixing the track, make sure the vocal on that song goes well with whatever ideas I have. And after that, they do another overall master, because that one, the way I'm in my master boss preset is not crazy. Like, I make sure I give space for the master engineer to be able to make some work, or to the mix engineer to be able to make some work, so it's not beefed up. So let me show you a little bit how it looks like. I have my mix tool. My mix tool is just reducing whatever signal coming into the master track by 10 decibel, because I don't want to be saturating or distorting whatever signal goes to my master track, since I'm already putting a lot of stuff in it, a lot of process in it. Then after that, I have Ravage Light. Ravage Light is the distortion plugin. I actually got that plugin for free from Plugin Boutique. Like, you know, on Plugin Boutique, whenever you're buying a plugin, they give you another plugin for free. So I think I was buying just a $5 plugin or a $10 plugin. I don't remember whatever plugin it was, and whichever plugin it was. And whenever I bought it, they gave me that plugin for free, and that's just the light version. But bro, that stuff is doing the work. I really like the way it sounds. I wish I had something on right now. I would just turn off and turn on the loops and whatever, so that you can hear how it sounds like. But after the distortion there, I have my Ozone Pro. What do I do on that Ozone Pro? That's just a sterilizer. I just have two bands on. Like, I have my low frequency band and my high frequency band. So my low frequency band is coming from 92 hertz below, and that low frequency band is just going mono. That's what I did there. And from 92 up, I kind of increase the width of the frequency range in that spectrum, you know, so that I can have a wide sound. That's it. And then after that, I have a Ozone Pro exciter. In that exciter, I just put a triode exciter in the low frequency range from like 400 below, and from 400 up, I have a warm saturator. Like, it's like a distortion, and I'm just playing around to have good sound. And those stuff, I change them like while I'm working. Like, if I work on this beat, I don't really like the way it sounds, I can change it and then save the preset and try another beat until I find a beat, until I find a preset which actually works. Right now, I actually like what I have so far. I actually tweaked it a little bit this morning because it wasn't working. It wasn't like this before. I think before I had a retro or a tube on my low frequencies, but right now it's kind of good. It sounds good. I don't even need to do any tweak on my 808. Whenever I'm done working, I'm making my melody and making my drum, I just add the 808, and straight up the 808 sounds good. I just have to do some leveling. Like, if I don't like the level at which the 808 is hitting, I can just take it down or take it up, and it works. It fits good in the beat, you know. I don't need to put crazy effect on my 808. I just go straight up, unless I want to add more distortion to my 808, and then I can just add a distortion plug into the 808 alone, you know. Then after that, I have Saturn. On Saturn, I think I started this by going with a preset. I hit key. I put on the hip hop puncher O, and then I tweaked it up a little bit based on whatever track I was working with. And now, whenever I'm starting from scratch, it just works good, you know. It just works good. Here, actually, today I was working on that beat, on a beat, and I increased a little bit the drive, and I increased a little bit of mix, and I increased a little bit of level just on the low end, because I wasn't feeling the 808 the way I wanted. And then here I have some Fresher. Fresher is actually a free plugin. I mean, I got it for free at the time. Right now it's not free anymore. I don't think it's still free. So from Slate Digital, I got it for free at the time they launched it. So yeah, it's pretty good for vocal. It's not bad for mix master boss too. So yeah, I think I started this with a mix boss sparkle preset, and then I tweaked it up a little bit based on whatever I was working on at that time. I was doing the preset, and I reduced the trim a little bit. And then after that, I have another saturator. You should probably tell I like to use a lot of saturator and distortion. That's because most track, like most industry track, are not mixed in the boss. That mixed with like analog gear. So I try to reproduce that, and you know, only one plugin cannot give you the result, so you need to stack up with different analogic gears emulation plugin in order to get the result you're looking for. So here I just put the crisp effect on. They have many other more. I just use the crisp, and I just increase my input by 1 decibel and my output by 1 decibel, and I reduce my ceiling by 1.1 decibel. I don't know what I was trying to achieve, but at that time it gave me a good result, so I just kept it as a preset. And after that, I have a limiter. That's my last preset, my last plugin on the channel. And actually, I forgot to add something. I think right now you can hear me because I'm just talking in the microphone. I have to add this plugin. It's called Muse plugin. That plugin is going to be sending the output of my master, whatever is playing into my master track, is going to be sending that to this recorder. It's called Muse plugin. This plugin is pretty good though. It's made by a company called Muse. Let me actually show you. It's made by this company Muse here in red there. So what that plugin allows you to do, and that software allows you to do, is you can like work together with someone from all over the world. I actually tried with a friend. His name is Julian C. You should probably know I live in Fredericton, New Brunswick, that is in Canada. My friend lives in Oromocto, and we were able to work together from far away. Like, he just created a session, he sent me the link, and I could stream whatever he was doing on his computer, and I could actually even control his computer from where I was living. Like literally, whenever he was sharing his screen, I was on it. It's like a team kind of setup, but like it's more advanced. I could just request an access to his computer or to his screen, and I can change whatever he was doing on his computer, and it was working. I could even use my MIDI keyboard, play some note on my keyboard here, and it will be affecting his virtual instrument in his DAW. He uses Logic. I also use his Logic sometimes, but I prefer Studio One right now. So he uses Logic. I was able to trigger some MIDI note in my keyboard here, and it was working in Logic on his end. And he did the same. Whenever I started sharing my screen, I put his muse. I was able to do the setting, and he was able to play some keys in his computer, and it was coming to my computer straight up. I was even able to record him straight up from his computer to my computer. You know what? Like I could put an input track, like a track, and select his input coming from his microphone on his computer, and it was coming straight up to my DAW here. The quality wasn't really great, but you can see like the work, like the fact that it was working was kind of insane. I was like, whoa. And plus that's just a beta version, so imagine whenever the plugin or the software is totally done, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. And this plugin is helping me to do some loop back to be able to stream my audio lossless, so that you can actually hear good audio coming out of my DAW. That's pretty sick. It's free plugin. So that's my template, that's my setup, that's how I work, I make my beat. And obviously whenever I'm doing my mixing, it's different. I have nothing on my master track. Whenever I'm doing my mixing, I just mix, and once I'm done, I do my master, you know. But for my beat making stuff, in order to have the oomph, in order to have a good stereo spectrum, in order to not go crazy whenever I'm making a beat and just be creative, I always use my template and I tweak it day after day. I try to make it better or sound better. I take some stuff off, I change some stuff off just to see how it's gonna sound, you know. So now that you have all the pretty good idea about my template and how my workflow works, let's make a beat. I'm gonna show you how I make some beat. I don't know. I'm probably gonna try to make a beat with a. I was gonna use a loop, but I think to be able to show you exactly how the complete control and the RIP chord works, I should probably go from scratch. So let me just start. I'm just gonna load up Contact. Also, I'm gonna be muting my microphone back and forth so that you can just listen to the audio coming from my DAW straight up, so that there's no interference, that you actually listen to the good quality. And I can already notice that my Contact took a lot of time to load up. That's why, because I'm screen recording. Hopefully it doesn't create too many issues. I was gonna use 40's very own keys because it's a new plugin. I mean, it's a new expansion from Contact, but I don't know how it's gonna react, so I don't know if it's too heavy, so I'm not gonna use that. I'm just gonna use, I don't know, let me go with some, let me go use this, just some random stuff. I'm gonna use let me use the block here, some random stuff. Perfect, it loaded up quick, that's not bad, so we're good so far. So now here what I have to do is, in order to make my RIP code or my complete control works properly, I'm just gonna turn on the RIP code. So that means how the way it's set up is like right now, if I hit some, like if I go here on RIP code and I hit some keys, it's just gonna, it's playing, like it's going in, but nothing is not going to trigger any sound because I didn't route that track to my Contact track. So in order to do that, I have to go to Contact. Once I'm on Contact, I have to turn on this. That is the listening stuff. Like it is kind of, that is the stuff which allows the plugin to send the MIDI note trigger, like which is being sent to him to another track. So once that is on, I have to come back to Contact, and on Contact, on the input side, I have to tell Contact to take the input from his input from a RIP code. See, and whenever I hit it now, see, it works straight up, it works. But I'm just gonna reduce it a little bit because I feel it's too high. Okay, let's see. So that's not bad. So let me just record this. There we go. Perfect. So you know what? You know what's crazy? Like one of the great feature I like about Studio One. See, I recorded this without even putting in the right tempo. I just wanted to be creative, right? So what I'm gonna do next, in order to find, because I don't know what is the tempo of what I played, I just played what something randomly, but that's what I wanted to play. Now in order to find the BPM corresponding to whatever I played, I have to come to here in the input. So actually this part of your track might not be on the first time you open Studio One. In order to see it, you just have to hit the I here. So when you hit I, it comes, or you can just hit I on your computer, on your keyboard. I just don't remember if that's the default shortcut or if I changed it. I don't remember. Anyway, once you hit the I here, it will pull up, and once it's pull up, you have to hit make sure you highlighted in the last MIDI event you just played, and on the time based stuff you change it from beat to second. What does that do? What does that do is like it keeps the time that you use to play your MIDI keys, it keeps them like in change, and whenever you change your tempo, it won't go fast, it won't go slow according of if you are going fast on your tempo or slower on your tempo. It will just keep it the way you play it, but the time based on your track, like on your project, will change. So now the thing is, I know that my chord progression I'm playing is literally 2 bars, right? So that means my chord progression gonna start from 1, that's 1 bar, 1 to 2, that's 1 bar, 2 to 3, 3 bar, 2 bars. So my chord progression is supposed to end here, or I can just do a 4 bar chord progression, it's still gonna be the same. So I'm just gonna choose 4 bars here, and here I'm just gonna reduce here the tempo to make sure that it plays the 4 bars, like to make sure that my MIDI even staying to the 4 bars, and I'm gonna play it with the loop and make sure that it sounds like as if it's actually perfectly looped. Let me play and check that. It's not perfect, so I think the starting of my second bar, like my third bar, the starting has to be here when this stuff starts here. So I just have to reduce my tempo a little bit more, and I think now I should be good. Perfect. See, so now I figured my tempo without changing anything, like, you know what I mean? Like everything is perfect now. So my tempo is 106 and it's gonna work perfectly. So if I know my tempo is 106, I'm just gonna keep it to 106. But if because by default, whenever you record a track or whenever you create a MIDI track, it comes to beat. So if I was on beat and I recorded my stuff and I didn't put my tempo before doing that, if I change my tempo right away, it's just gonna be sync, because I'm going up, it's gonna go fast. But that's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is like, I want to keep the mood, the timing, and whatever I play the way it is, and then figure the tempo after, because that's how I do my stuff. Like I just want to be creative, so I don't want to be blocked by all those small details. If I have an idea, I just play my idea, and then from there I can find my tempo, and from after that I can just start build up on my beat, you know. So right now I'm just gonna do Command Z, and that will take me back to my real tempo, and I can put my metronome to make sure it's good. That's perfect. That's perfect. Now let me quantize this real quick. Quantize it, but I don't think it's gonna sound good. Let me just change it. I think it's 1.8. Perfect. That should be good now. Perfect. He's on 1.8. Okay, I'm good. So now what I'm gonna do next is just transpose it, because I feel like it's too high. Let me transpose it down. I like it. Let me add some reverb on that. Let me add some Valra vintage effect on this. Let's see how it sounds like. That's totally good. So I don't remember what was my key. Let me check this. So it was C minor. So on complete control here, I want to play keys now. So I just have to make sure that it's on C, and then here is on minor, so that whatever key I'm playing, whatever white key I'm playing on my keyboard are the right key going to the scale that I already chose. So now that I did that, I'm just gonna duplicate this. I don't have to duplicate it. I can just take a new track and just put it there. But I'm duplicating it because I just want to use the same expansion from that contact pack. And then here, instead of using RIP chord as input, I'm gonna change it to complete control, so that my input now is my complete control, and now I have to make sure my complete control is on, like the monitor is on, so that the output, like whatever keys go to the complete control and is being sent out, is able to be sent out, because if that's not on, it won't be going out. So now that is on, it means that if I hit a key on contact, the input will come from complete control, but since this is on, it's gonna be sent out to contact, and I should be good to be able to listen to the change scale result of the key. I'm pretty sure you already understood what I'm trying to say. So let me try some stuff. And right now, if you notice, all the keys I'm playing are in the key of C minor, and if I'm pushing some black keys, they won't work because only the white key is gonna be working. So let's go. I don't like the way it sounds. I mean, I don't care about the instrument. I just want to change this one though. Let me try. So we're going with a dancehall vibe already. Let me just record this. Good. Sounds good for me. Let me just quantize this real quick. Nope, not good. Not the perfect quantize time base. So let me change it to, wait, let me change it to 116. Actually, I don't know if you notice, I don't just come here and change my quantize stuff, because I already have a shortcut and I can just hit and change it accordingly. And I can even do triplet if I want it. I just have shortcuts because I like to work fast, you know. So let me go do this. Let me do this and quantize and see. This is wrong. Let me move it here. Yeah, I like it. Let me go down here. Down in octave. No, get it up. Get it up. Let me change the sounds. It's not bad. I just want to find a good sound. Yeah. That's the vibe I'm looking for. And then here I'm gonna take this sound low a little bit. Well, like that stuff is already crazy. It's already sick. Let me go with the drums now. So here I'm just gonna use Superstar or drum pack. I got those drum packs for free. Literally, as you can see, it says free. You can just go on Superstar or website. He has a lot of good stuff for free there. And to actually support him, you should probably buy one of his drum pack. He's super good, and you're gonna understand what I mean now when I start making the drums. So let me just go with this random pack. Okay, let me try some. Random stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just being creative. I swear on God, I just hit my MIDI keyboard. And now I'm quantizing. I know it's hard. I mean, it's too high. I'm just gonna reduce it here. I'm reducing everything. The way I do it is because I know that I'm using all the sample from the same kit. So I'm assuming that all the other instruments in that same kit is gonna be as high as whatever I'm trying to reduce. So when I'm reducing the level here, I'm reducing the level of all the same kits, and then if I want to adjust some level, I can now go into it and increase some level, you know. So I'm trying to be fast without having to go and just reduce the snare, and then after you have to reduce the hi-hat, you know. I just assume that it's gonna be the same level because it's coming from the same drum pad, you know. Yo, I'm lagging what I'm doing right now. Like, what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna add some shakers. Not from this drum pack. I have some shakers from SARS on the beat. I've been using those shakers, those same shakers since years after years. That shows that you don't really need to be going crazy with drums. It's mostly the melodies. I mean, that's the way I see stuff. Some people will see it differently, but I don't really go crazy with drums because it's gonna be the same freaking drum, the same freaking patterns. So I don't, especially with shakers and stuff, I just use the same stuff. And then after, if I want to be creative, I can just record my own shakers. I can just buy shakers off eBay or something and do my own shakers. What am I even doing? I shouldn't just put that on in there. Let me just listen first. Yeah, that sounds good for me. And then let me do this, put it in time, reduce the level because I know it's too hard. Okay, we're good. Let me put the kick in. I'm gonna mute my mic again. I don't know what the fuck I just did. I just hit whatever I wanted. I quantize it properly. Let me take off this, that sounds weird. Take off this up. Okay, should be good. And bro, I don't know if you noticed, but listen to my master track. Literally, I'm gonna mute my mic, and you listen. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but bro, that kick, like, actually the fact that the beat already sounds good without me having to tweak anything here gets me, like, makes me inspired. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like, it's just a game changer. It's like, bro, just be creative. Your beat gonna sound good. Just be creative. Don't care about the mixings because you already did the work for months, because you have been changing and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking again in order to not have to waste your time with that and just being creative. Okay, now that I have that, I'm just gonna go with the bass. Bass is my biggest fear actually. I hate doing bass because most of the time I fuck it up. Like whenever I'm doing the bass, I mess the beat up. But we're gonna be positive in this life. I'm gonna make this freaking bass and it's gonna be freaking good. Let me find some good bass here. So I like the way that bass sounds. I just want to make sure it's tuned. So in order to make sure your bass is tuned in Studio One, you have a plugin called Tuner. It's for free. Like it comes straight up with Studio One. Once you open it, what you have to do here is just like you just hit C in your keyboard on your keyboard. So I'm hitting C. Technically, the tuner should show C. But this tuner is not showing C. It means this keyboard, this 808 is not in C. This 808 is in G. See? So now in order to tune it here on the root stuff here, I just have to change it from C to G and hit enter. So that whenever I hit C on my keyboard, it shows C here. It has to be C, C. So that means I tuned my 808. See? My 808 is tuned right now, but it's not perfectly tuned because whenever you look at the tune, it doesn't show straight up C, and the C is not green. So if I want to tune, like I want to go crazy and make it like super tune, now that I did that, I just have to come in on tune here, and I know that it's going towards the right. So if I pitch it down, it should technically, with the tuner only, it should technically come a little bit to the green side. See, now it's C, but it's not green yet. But wait, let me tune it a little bit more here. It's coming. Let me do it more again. Yeah. There we go. There. So now my 808 is super tuned. But most of the time I don't even I don't fine tune it. Like I don't go crazy on that. As long as I already see C, even if it's not super tuned, I'll just go with that and try to be creative with it, you know. So now that you know how to tune your 808, now let's go to this part, the scariest part. So what I'm gonna do here now next, I'm gonna hit mono here so that whenever I hit one key on my 808, it just plays one key. If I hit two key by mistake, it's still gonna play one key. If the mono wasn't on, it's gonna be playing like polyphonic, like if I hit two keys together, and that's not what we're trying to, like what we're looking for. We're trying to achieve the 808, so it has to be on mono. And most of the time I usually go from normal, I put it on one shot so that whenever I hit once, I don't have to keep my finger on the key. It will play the whole 808. So if I hit one, it play the full 808. So that's what I'm looking for. But it's too long, so I just reduce it a little bit myself here, and then it's still too long. So probably here, that's good for me enough. That's good enough to make my 808. Hopefully I'm gonna find a good pattern. And then here I have to change it from all input to complete control, so that it plays in the key, like the key of my scale, you know what I mean? So let me try that. Let's see. that doesn't sound bad. I just did some random stuff. Let me see. 1K. Let me see. Let me listen. I'm just gonna quantize it. Okay. And another thing I do to make sure I'm playing like in the right key, I'm not doing any mistake. Like I just pitch it up a little bit more and listen it there. No, a little bit more. No, I want it to be lower. So here in Studio, when you have a features which allows you to choose the scale, and then it highlights the scale in which you are making your beat. So say melodic minor, if I turn it on, it's gonna highlight it, and that means whatever key I like. If I try to drag and drop, it's just gonna go to the next available key of my scale. See, it won't allow me to go to the key which is not in my scale. See, or I can do that, or I can just pitch up and down. But whenever I'm pitching up and down, it allows me to go to the wrong key of my scale, but still I can still see that it's not a key of my scale, and then just go a little bit down further, you know. So let me see. I was trying to change it. Yeah, that's perfect. That's what I was looking for. Let me go down in the octave and see how it sounds like in the sub frequencies. That's good. That's good. I'm just gonna reduce the level now because it's still strong. I don't like that first note though. I feel like, let me try another. Yeah, that sounds better. Let me see. Yeah, better. Even this. Yeah. This one too. What did I tell you guys? Bro, I was like, yeah, bass is my biggest fear, but bro, it's literally the process. Just try to make that stuff work, and it works all the time. Like, your ears cannot fool you. If you know your ears and you listen to your ear, you should know. Because my ears was fooling me at the beginning. I was like, nah, I don't like this. I'll just pitch it down, pitch it up. I didn't even change the timing because that was the timing I wanted. I wanted it to play like this. Boom, 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 boom. And then the stuff should change, you know. And now I got my result. Yo, babe, can I call you back in like 1 minute, please? Let me call you back in 1 minute, please. Okay. Yeah. My girlfriend just called me. I'm almost done with this video, so let me just clear this shit up. So I got my 808, everything is clean. Let me make sure again. Bro, that's sick. Let me mute this. Bro, the beat is done. So if I want to do something else now, it's just add more melodies, being more creative in order to have a really completed beat. Like, I can go crazy. Like, the more time you put into making your melody, better your beat is going to be. So literally now that melody I was playing here, I can try to I muted it because I feel like it was too much. So if I'm like, the best way to actually find a good melody for a beat is to freestyle. You don't even need to put your word into or to record into your project. You can just be, while you are making the melody, think about the artist, freestyling on it to make sure that your melody is not doing too much, and that's it. And once I'm done with that, once I get the really good melody, I can just duplicate all those stuff and try to find the A part and the B part, which should be the verse and the hook, and then make the intro and add more stuff. So yeah, I was literally just making this video to show you those gems, and I hope those gonna be useful. And yeah, probably in the next videos I'm gonna cook up a beat from the beginning to the end, and you're gonna see. And probably in those videos I won't even be talking too much. I'm just gonna be cooking up and explaining like few stuff, you know. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you like it, smash the like button, share this video to someone it could be helpful to, share this video with the studio one gang family, share this video to whoever. Add me up on Instagram. My Instagram is there, Sabik Bixa, or add me up on my GeniusVybz Instagram. Like, hit me up wherever you want. I got you guys. Like, thank you so much. And yeah, subscribe, like, share it with everybody. You just want to share knowledge and make good music, you know. Let's go, guys. Thank you.